Have you ever been scared to try something new? Have you ever had to step out of your comfort zone? Hi, my name is Ashley Wong and I would like to talk about fear. Fear is one of the many emotions that we feel almost every day. It's a powerful feeling and can take over your mindset really quickly. Additionally, it can make you regret simple decisions in the past. That said, it isn't as powerful if we know how to control it. Defeating and handling fear requires us to be brave and leaving our comfort zone to try new things. Stepping out of our comfort zones is hard, but we can teach you how great and important lessons that you can use in your daily life. It can also stop us from having fun and can keep us from achieving goals and dreams. In order to overcome fear, it is best to have someone who will support you and encourage you. Getting over some fears can make things easier in your present or future life. In fact, I got over one of my fears in the summer of 2019. A few weeks after 7th grade ended, I went to Hong Kong for vacation. Ryan, my 17-year-old cousin, went to Ocean Park with me. It's a popular amusement park in Hong Kong. At first, I was incredibly scared of roller coasters. I could only ride on the beginner runs. My cousin loved roller coasters so much, she made me choose at least one medium scary ride to go on. We ventured the paths of the amusement park, smelling the mouth-watering food and hearing screams on the rides. After going on some gentle rides, a part of me wanted to try scarier rides, but I knew I wouldn't push myself. I didn't feel ready for the experience. Ryan, however, promised me the rides would be fun and safe, encouraging me to try just one, so I reluctantly agreed. When we walked up the steps to stand in line, I told Ryan I didn't think I could do it. Through his encouragement, I finally got onto the ride. While pulling down the safety bar and locking myself in the seat, I realized that this ride was safe and I had nothing to worry about. A few seconds later, I heard some clicking sounds and we went off. At first, we spread down some small slopes and then began to travel a bit further until we started going up. The ride seemed to go on forever. I closed my eyes in terror as I anticipated the steep drop. In a blink of an eye, we began to go down. I felt like I was flying out of my seat. The emotions and sensations were passing through me so quickly I couldn't just name one feeling. Fear, exhilaration, courage, and excitement. Hearing my cousin yell and cheer, I didn't understand how he felt this pure joy when my feelings were so mixed up. My feet were planted in front of me, pushing against the front of the cart. My hair flew in front of my face, covering it entirely. After the drop, I was somewhat relieved and almost empty of the nervous energy I felt earlier. The car traveled a bit further, and I saw ahead of me my first loop. My relief evaporated, and my nerves ratcheted up with the cart. We climbed higher and higher, finally reaching the top. The higher we went, the more nervous I felt. As I was turned upside down, I quickly felt the blood rush to my brain. Once we were upright, speeding along the railway toward the end, my head cleared and I was able to think again. I realized the ride was only about a minute, although it had felt really long. The adrenaline crash hit me fast, but I still thought it was really fun. Since the park was almost closing, there wasn't a lot of lines yet to wait for the rides. So, my cousin and I decided to ride it again. This time, the ride felt much faster than the first time I rode it, and I was brave enough to keep my eyes open the whole time. After the ride, I was proud and I had to overcome my fear of roller coasters. Ryan was also proud of me too. Feeling better, I rode the rest of the other intermediate roller coasters in the park before it closed. For some people, roller coasters might be easy and not something they're afraid of. I was not one of them. At first, I was terrified. Now, however, I've gotten used to it and no longer afraid, all thanks to Ryan's encouragement. Recently, my 8th grade class and I went on a retreat. At first, the ropes course seemed scary. I wasn't brave enough to do it. After all encouragement and cheers from my classmates, I gathered enough courage and energy from my peers to overcome fear. In the passage that Lauren read, God is speaking through Isaiah and Israelites, promising that God will always protect them so they don't need to fear. This passage shows the importance of having someone stand with us when we're afraid. Have you ever thought about what encourage means? It means to give someone else courage so they're brave enough to face their fears, just like Ryan encouraged me. I realize that people are close to you there are for whenever you need help. This roller coaster experience made me think that a true supporter will always get you through difficult things. Overcoming my fear of roller coasters also connects to my daily life at school. Approaching teachers has been hard for me because I get really shy in front of people that I'm not especially close with. I also get a bit of anxiety about failing my peers or myself, getting bad grades, getting in trouble, and not meeting my own expectations or those of others. When I come across difficult times like those, I try to learn from them so I don't encounter them as often. I am still working on being braver in situations outside and inside of school. It is a lot easier to overcome fear if you have a supportive friend or family member. Thanks to their encouragement, it is possible to make new memories. Now I'm not only excited to try the rides at Great America at the end of my 8th grade year, but I'm also looking forward to try my best to adapt to new things. Trying new things does not only allow us to have some awesome experiences, but can also help us through difficult times and obstacles. That's why we need supportive people in our lives. We will all face a lot of hard and unfamiliar things in our lives. For me, it's things like speaking up, meeting new people with confidence, solving my own problems, and building on independence. I know that if I work on those unfamiliar skills with the support of my parents and friends, I will have a more fun and successful life. So, find those people to help you be brave, and I guarantee you will live the best possible life. Thank you.